Hi guys, it's Mick here from Redcliffe Marketing Labs with a New Year's update. And this time of year, for many of us, our customers are away on holidays, and it gives us a chance to actually look at our business from the building our business perspective rather than the daily grind of getting in there. So there's lots of gear heading around on the internet about the best ways to make New Year's resolutions. Here's a couple of my top tips. Okay, the first one is to start with a new habit or something you want to change in your life or your business and set a new practice in place. Is start with the smallest possible step you can, which would be impossible to fail. So rather than trying to overhaul your whole testimonial system in your business, maybe just a really small step of just asking one customer for a testimonial. So break it down, whatever your goal is, into the smallest possible step that it would be impossible to fail, and start with that tiny step and build from there. Okay, the next tip is to use your calendar to keep yourself accountable. So if you've made a resolution or decision to change something this year, then unless it's on your calendar and you've actually carved out time in your week, then chances are it's not going to happen because life gets busy, things come up in your business and you just don't get around to it. So if you've got something you want to change, sit down with your calendar and carve out an hour, 2 hours a week and put it on your calendar for the next 2 or 3 weeks and make sure you actually get started on that project. Just the way the human body works, we have different cycles. And our willpower and our energy levels as well are generally highest in the morning, and then they wane in the afternoon as the day drags on. So if you've got something, again, you're trying to change and it's a little bit hard to get that habit started, then think about doing it early in the morning when you've got more willpower to put that in place. And the other idea with that is the story of swallow the frog. And if you Google that, you'll see some different videos out there. There's this idea that if you do the hardest thing that you've got to do that day first thing in the morning, then everything else for the rest of the day then becomes easy. And I guess the visual metaphor is swallowing the frog. So if you swallow that frog first up, everything is easy from there on in for the rest of the day. Another tip is to make your goal public, and that way you have sort of external accountability. So whether it's public, or you just tell a few friends that you can trust, and then they can sort of hold you to that, and you're more likely to follow through on that. Similarly, if you set a deadline, or if there's a cost involved and you're not actually carrying through on your resolution or your goal, then that's also a motivating factor. So for most of us, tax is not something we're particularly motivated to do and get our tax return in, but the dual things of having a deadline where you've got to get it in by, and then also having penalties involved if you don't get your tax in, that helps us get us over the line and actually get it done. So you can use those sort of mind hacks for helpful habits that you want to put in place in your life as well. So deadlines and a penalty or a cost if you don't achieve it. There's a really good website out there that can help with your resolutions. It's called stick.com. It's spelled with 2 Ks, stickk.com. And its idea is, again, tying in with that deadline and the public nature of the resolution or the habit you want to change. And so you put your habit on there and put it up, and you can put it, and again it's optional, you put some money on it, and that money will then go to a charity or to someone that you nominate if you don't actually achieve your deadline or your goal. And then you nominate a referee, so it could be a friend or a mentor or someone who's going to actually check that you've done the goal or the habit you're achieving, and then you can share it on Facebook and Twitter, so your fans or your friends can actually follow along and give you encouragement and hold you to it as well. So that's quite an interesting idea. And on the website, at least, it says they've got $12 million in as far as people putting dibs on what they're doing and holding that in reserve. So that's pretty interesting to check out. It's stick with 2Ks.com. The other thing is, rather than trying to take on something new for this year in your business or your life, why don't try and eliminate things? So especially in your business, look at your process and look at what you do every day and see if the things you're doing, if you actually have to do them, or if you just purely eliminate them totally from your business and free up the time to be doing something else. Is there things that you can be delegating to your staff or possibly outsourcing if that's more efficient? Again, freeing you up for the important things in your business that only you can do. And the other idea is automation. Is there something in your business, whether your marketing or your contact database, is there something you can be doing to automate the process, and again have that sort of repeatable process in place to free you up and free your staff up to be doing other things? If automation is something you're interested in this year, then get in contact with me, and that's something we can definitely build in through different software and platforms and systems out there, is building in automation into your business. Another 3-letter word that is terrible for resolutions and trying to get things done is the word try. So as Yoda says, there is no try, there's only do and not do. So again, if you're looking to do something, look at those tips where it's a deadline, or put a dollar figure on achieving it, or some social sort of proof or responsibility, people holding you to it, or put it on your calendar. But if you're going to do something, rather than just try to do it, you've actually got to make some physical steps and change something in your life to make that happen. If you've got a great tip on how to keep a resolution or change a habit or implement a new system in your business and get it to stick, then I'd love to hear from you. So drop a note below this video, and that would be awesome. All right, until next time, cheers.